Hello, I'm Karie Meltzer.
And I'm Sara Glakas.
And we are with InvestingAnswers.com, and we're partnering with LearnVest to bring you this great video about why investing is different for women than it is for men. Sara's our chief investment strategist, and she knows a lot about this. So Sara, what is one of the first things that you think about when you think about investing for women versus for men?
The first thing that comes to mind is that women tend to make less over their earning years, but they have a longer retirement because they live an average of 5 years longer than men.
Okay, and I understand that actually 80 to 90% of women end up being solely responsible for their finances at some point in their lives, but fewer than 20% of them feel that they can actually make those decisions on their own.
Right, that's a really remarkable statistic. 80 to 90% of women are going to be solely responsible for their finances at some point, yet a lot of women defer financial decision making to their partners.
Right, and kind of speaking of our partners, women tend to avoid risk more than men, right? So that can have an effect on our investments.
Absolutely. So, risk-taking is a place where men and women really kind of take two different viewpoints.
Right.
Women tend to be more conservative for whatever reason. And that's fine in the short term. That in the short term, it's not a big deal, but over the long run, it can really add up. So if you think that a woman who starts investing today and puts $1,000 aside every month and invests in the stock market, in a stock fund or something like that, earning 6% a year, she'll have $1 million after 30 years.
Wow.
It's a pretty normal career lifespan.
Yeah.
30 years of saving and investing, and you're all ready for retirement.
That sounds great.
Right, but compare that to a woman who maybe doesn't want to take risks in the stock market, and she only invests in super safe government bonds. Maybe you only earn 2% a year, and it will take you 49 years to reach $1 million.
Yeah, so sometimes that risk-taking can come in handy.
Right, over the long term, taking a little bit of risk should pay off.
Right. So kind of on that topic, apparently 26% of women feel confident in their investing ability, but that's compared to 44% of men. So that's a pretty small percentage of women that feel like they can get out there and start investing. And I know that you've actually been part of something pretty cool here in Austin that was trying to combat that challenge.
Right. And this is a problem across the board. And it's a problem I think that, as women, we can help each other with. So here in Austin, where we live, I started just a simple meetup group called the Austin Women's Investing Group. And I invited women from all over the city to come and join this group, and we just sat around and talked about investing. It's, older women, younger women, moms, career women, all of these different kind of women getting together. But almost to the letter, women had the same complaint, which is, while they were educating themselves, when they reached out to experts like financial advisors, they tended to feel like they were being condescended to. These women just weren't getting the support that they needed to make good financial decisions.
It totally sounds like when a woman goes to a car dealership or to the car repair place, and not all the time. There are a lot of great car sales people out there and great mechanics, but sometimes you kind of get that feeling that the men at the auto repair place just assume that we don't know what we're talking about. So they can sell us anything they want.
Finance is still a little bit of a boys' club.
Definitely.
And, especially in the case of financial advice, you really need to be comfortable with your advisor. So I always think that a woman should walk in, be comfortable with the person she's talking to, and ask what you think are silly questions. If you want to ask, what is a stock or what is a bond, that person should sit with you all afternoon if need be, and explain it to you until you understand.
Even if you know what those things are, you should ask just to test them.
Absolutely.
I love that idea.
And we've even talked about how that would actually be a really good test to see if this financial advisor is going to work with you. Even if you know the answer, you walk in and say, oh, can you explain to me what a stock is? Can you explain what a bond is?
Right.
And see what sort of answer you get. That person should be willing to sit down with you all afternoon if they need to make sure you are comfortable with the information they are giving you.
So what can women do now? Let's say you're 25 years old and you want to start, what can we do now to just educate ourselves?
The step is to start today. A lot of women put off learning about investing, and they put off setting money aside for investing until they really feel really confident, like they are experts. You're really probably never going to get to that point where you really feel like an expert, but that can't stop you. So any woman can go out today, open a retirement account online, and just start putting money into it. You don't have to decide which mutual fund you're investing in, or what stocks you're investing in, or what bonds you're investing in. Even if you don't know what any of those things are, you can put money into a money market fund, which is just cash, and let it sit there until you feel comfortable making those decisions. And in the meantime, you just use resources like LearnVest and like InvestingAnswers, learn as much as you can, And eventually you're going to feel comfortable enough to say, okay, I'm going to put this money in this fund and get going.
And then you won't be spending it on shoes.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, you just have to start making decisions now and taking steps to educate yourself.
Well, thank you so much, Sara. That was really helpful. Again, I'm Karie Meltzer.
I'm Sara Glakas.
And we're with InvestingAnswers.com, and you can visit our website for more information on investing.